It was a stormy afternoon. I mean, not as stormy as it could have been. It was pretty nice. I was watching Being Human, or, I don't know, something. Suddenly, this broad walked into my email. And by broad, I mean Kristen Brumley, wonderful lady. Anyway, she asked me to do a review of her web series she's producing called Basic Adventuring 101. And I thought to myself, I think I should take the case. This looks like a job for Momo O'Brien, film detective.
Hey there! So Basic Adventuring 101 sent me an email and they were all like, you should do a review of our web series. And I was like, yo, I love your web series and I love doing film study stuff and my hair looks nice today and I got a LARP video coming up and I haven't done a vlog in a while and I don't have anything on tonight. I literally came home from work like an hour ago. So you can see, look at this chicken scratch. So chickeny. Okay, let's do this. Basic Adventuring 101 is a series about LARP which follows Karen, a LARPer who is just starting out and causes some shenanigans. It switches between a fantasy genre and a kind of realistic out-of-game genre. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what happens. First of all, I freaking love this series. Oh my god, if you haven't seen it, go check it out because I like it a lot. Yeah, you should also check out their Kickstarter because they need the mun to do full season 1. Mun for season 1. It is quirky, it is funny.
It's an enchanted chest with an enchanted lock.
I think just take a step back. I got this.
It's an enchanted chest. It requires goodness of heart to open it.
Okay.
It is beautifully filmed. The score by Jesse Cale Burkett is amazing! I love it so much. It's completely phenomenal considering this is a web series. Also love how it like subtly slips in some tips for fellow LARPers. Good job guys, you rock and roll all night long, sweet Susie. I don't know how to do I absolutely love the transition between the out-of-game sequences and the in-game sequences featuring the fantastic special effects by Brandon Fox. I love the character change and the cinematography change. Like, they look so different and it provides a fantastic contrast. Saker Alexander, who plays the character Will, who had no previous acting experience, I thought he did an amazing job. Saker, sorry. One of those two. I only read your name. It's like when you read Harry Potter and you read it as Hermione until the movies came out. His character in-game and his character out-of-game contrasted so subtly and so well. Also, there were little things that he added in between scenes, like that little moment with Echo that I'm showing right here. Yeah. Don't think I didn't notice that. That said something about your character and Echo's character, and I've watched this a lot of times. I notice these kind of things, okay? I have a life. However, while you can be completely in love with something, it is still possible to be critical of it. These are just a few things that I think could make Basic Adventuring even better than it already is. The setup of the in-game characters at the beginning was very subtle, very well done.
Tracking is a delicate art, Miss Umbra.
Umber, could you please sit still for once?
Oh, spare me, Gloom.
It was so subtle, it was just with a few choice dialogue and just little actions that they were doing. But as soon as we went out of game, it felt very forced.
Yeah, I still have a hard time remembering all the spells I can cast at any given time.
Hey, it's not my fault I got injured at 3 events in a row. It was bad luck?
Very, almost too structured. It didn't feel natural. The biggest thing I have about Basic Adventuring 101 is the main character seemed pre-introduced to this world. With a lot of media portrayals of LARP, it explains what LARP is. And that didn't really happen in this series.
Come on, Joe. You played D&D. Live action roleplay is the next level.
Moondor is a game that Ed and I play. We're LARPers. Live action role-playing.
Exposition basically just means like the who, what, when, where, how of the film. When we watch a film that requires a lot of exposition, we often find there's a character that knows virtually nothing about the world. We have a character that takes on the role of the audience. Examples of this are Katie from Mean Girls, the Narnia kids, Harry Potter, who knows nothing about the wizarding world, so everyone has to explain it to him, and they therefore explain to us everything that we need to know in order to watch the movie. However, we didn't really get that with Basic Adventuring 101, which means that the audience was kind of limited to people who already knew about LARP. Which sucks because their tagline is LARP the way LARPers actually want it to be represented. The series producer slash actress slash crap ton of other stuff, Kristen Bromley, actually feels very passionate about this subject and wrote a very harsh review on the movie Knights of Badassdom. I'll put it in the description. However, I am also a LARPer, and I don't feel that the portrayal of LARPing is that bad. Most Most media representations of LARP have this main character that's just like, ugh, LARPing, loser.
Kind of a pacifist. I don't really believe in imaginary bloodshed.
Demundor, Michigan's largest LARPing game.
Well, I thought we needed to get out more. Sam, I think we can take care of a bunch of accountants with foam swords.
Right away, the audience identifies with one of two people, either the LARPer or the person that hates LARPing. Then, at the end of the film or episode or what have you,
You guys do actually look slightly badass.
Actually, it looks kind of awesome.
the main character, person that thinks LARPing is dumb, actually kind of joins in the LARP and ends up enjoying it like 99.9% of the time.
So you were having fun back there.
Oh, no, I wasn't. Okay, a little.
All the days, from this day to that, for one chance.
Is that the speech from?
It's the only one he knows.
And I know some people will be like, but role models, they looked so nerdy. But like, even that is a pretty accurate representation of LARP, because some LARPs do look like that. But even with something with like crappy costumes and in a parking lot like that, the main character still joins in and, again, has fun, no matter what the LARP looks like. It's such a shame because I love basic adventuring and it's so wonderfully done, but I would have loved to see it targeted towards a more mainstream audience. I know that most of the production team are actually LARPers, so I'm going to chalk it up to that. I would have liked to see more of a mixed non-LARPer LARPer group. That way I think they would have had someone that'd be like, what? But I don't understand this. Being kind of like a mainstream audience that needs to be introduced to this world? I would have loved to see a character in this that mainstream audience can associate with, like someone that doesn't know anything about LARP or even doesn't like it. Maybe introduce a character that's there but thinks it's stupid. Like a bitchy cousin or someone that's there on a dare, or maybe people that were just looking for cheap camping. Or maybe even just show the characters more out of game and in the real world to give more mainstream audience something to identify with as opposed to always showing them in game. Give the audience a mind to identify with, change that character's mind, you're therefore changing the audience. Does that make sense? The fight choreography looked very choreographed. And I know that the choreographers have so much more potential because I actually saw a test fight and it looked so much more genuine than what actually ended up in the web series. It just looked very scripted and very planned out, and it did not look in the moment at all. The special effects were incredible, but something I'm very picky about, that scene where the druid casts fire, the color correction is different than the rest of the scene, and that just makes it so obvious that it was sent through another program. It's just something very picky. The fire looked amazing though. Okay, last note, the rap at the end, I love it, and it's been in my head for like ever, but it felt kind of cheesy. I have no facts or anything to back that up. That might just be an opinion, but it felt like when a dad tries to sing a pop song. It felt like a rap at the end of a Bill Nye episode, like trying to rap about like molecules or something weird like that. I know Saker Alexander, one of the writers, is actually an actor in the web series. I don't know about Charles Wilfong. I'm not sure if he's a rapper, but I feel like it felt like someone that doesn't write rap songs trying to write a rap song. Like if I wrote a rap song. Overall, I personally like the series and I've watched it like a million bajillion times. Yeah! You should subscribe or Pikachu gets it! No, I wouldn't do that. You teach me and I'll teach you Pokemon.
Adventures are always more than basic. Oh, and your adventures will never be basic.